Hello children, this video we are going to see new chapter, that is winds, storms and cyclones. So this video we will see briefly about winds. First of all, we can see what is meant by atmosphere. So our earth is surrounded by a blanket of air which is called as atmosphere. As we know us, so our earth is surrounded by a blanket of air which is called as atmosphere. And this air has weight and it will exert a pressure on the earth's surface. So air has weight and it will exert pressure on the earth's surface. The pressure exerted by the air in the atmosphere is called atmospheric pressure. So what is meant by atmospheric pressure? The pressure exerted by the air in the atmosphere is called as atmospheric pressure. So as the air has weight and it will exert pressure, it can lift up and move things. So air has weight, air exert pressure on all object. So now you must have experienced that it is easier to ride a bicycle in the direction of blowing wind. We can easily ride a bicycle in the direction of blowing wind than if we are riding it against the direction of wind. Yes, so easily we can ride the bicycle in the direction of blowing wind, but it's difficult to ride bicycle it against the direction of wind. In the same way, it is easier to row a boat in the direction of the wind, but it is difficult to row the boat against the direction of wind. And when air is filled into a bicycle tube, it inflates because of the pressure exerted by the air on the tube. So from these three examples, what we can say that air has weight and air exert pressure on all object. Okay, so as the air has weight, when we are riding a bicycle, it will go in the direction of blowing wind. If it is very difficult to ride the bicycle against the direction of wind, and the air air is filled into bicycle tube, it inflates because of the pressure exerted by the air on the tube. So we can conclude from these examples, air exert pressure on all objects. Now let us come to the topic, that is wind. So what is meant by wind? Moving air is called wind. So air moves from the region of high air pressure. So we know now what is meant by air pressure. Yes. So the air will move from the region of high air pressure to the region of low air pressure. So air pressure will reduce when the wind speed increases. So when the speed of the wind increases, air pressure will be reduced. High speed wind will reduces the air pressure. So I told the wind speed increases which will reduces the air pressure. So high speed wind reduces the air pressure. That's why high speed winds are accompanied by reduced air pressure. You must have seen or heard that roof of the cuts or thin sheet roofs of godowns get blown off when the wind speed is very high. Yes, so when there is the very high wind speed, we can see some of the roof and the huts or thin sheet roofs of godowns will be blown off. Yes. So why this happen? This happens because when the high speed wind blows over the roof, I told high speed wind will reduces the air pressure, isn't it? So when the high speed wind blows over the roofs, it reduces the air pressure above the roof. So when the air pressure in the above the roof is reduced, at the same time the higher air pressure will be below the roof, so which will exert a large force to lift up the roof and thus blowing it off. Understood, children? So when there is a high speed wind blow over the roofs, it will reduces the air pressure above the roof. At the same time, it will increase the air pressure below the roof. Okay, so the higher air pressure below the roof will exert large force to lift up the roof and thus blowing it off. Now hot air is lighter, it will rises up. So we know, we have studied in our lower, you might have studied in your lower classes, that air expands on heating and contracts on cooling. Yes, so this is one of the property of air. Okay, so air will expand on heating and it will contracts on cooling. Because of the heating and expansion on heating and contraction on cooling of air, the hot air becomes lighter and it will rises up. Okay, so because of the expansion of air on heating, the hot air become lighter and it will rises up. And the cold air from the surrounding rushes to take its space, which is causing convection current. Okay, so we know air expands on heating and contracts on cooling. So when there is an expansion of air on heating, the hot air become lighter and it will rises up. At the same time, the cold air from the surrounding, it will rushes to take its space, which will result in the convection current. Now, how the wind is generated? Generation of winds. Greater the difference in air pressure, greater is the wind speed. You have learned that the wind blows from a region of high pressure to a region of low pressure. Yes. So the greater the difference in air pressure, greater is the wind speed. Wind current is generated on the earth due to uneven heating of land and water, which is present between the equator and the poles. Okay, so how the wind is generated? Due to uneven heating. Even means equal as. So due to uneven heating of land and water present between the equator and the poles, there is a generation of wind current. So the equator, it gets direct rays of sunlight. So equator gets direct rays of sunlight and the air in this region is heated and rises. So you know, due to the expansion of air on heating, the hot air will rises. Yes? So the equator will get direct rays of sunlight. The air in this region will heated and it start to rise. And cooler air from the regions of 0 to 30 degree latitude on either side of the equator moves in. So when the air in the equator rises due to heating, the cooler air from the regions of 0 to 30 degree latitudes on both the side of equator, it will move in, which will generate the wind called trade wind. Okay, so what is meant by trade wind? The equator get direct rays of sunlight, and due to the heating of the equator, the air in this region will rises, heat and rises, and the cooler air from the surrounding will rushes to occupy the space I told us. So here the cooler air from the regions of 0 to 30 degree latitudes, both the side of the equator will move in, which will generate the wind called trade wind. And the hot air from the equator rises and becomes cooler and heavier. Again it will comes down near the 30 degree north and 30 degree south latitude and blows towards the much colder region. So hot air, it will rises again, it becomes cooler and heavier. Once it become cooler and heavier, it will come down near the 30 degree north and 30 degree south latitude and blows towards the much colder region. This wind that blow towards 60 degree north and 60 degree south latitude is called as westerlies. So the wind that blows towards 60 degree north and 60 degree south latitude is called as westerlies. Now the air at 60 degree latitude at both the side of the equator is warmer than at the poles. So the air in both the side of the 60 degree latitude of the equator will be hot or will be warmer than the poles. So this warm air again rises up, creating a low pressure region, and again it will come down. Cold air from the poles is at high pressure and rushes it to the so I told that the regions of the 62 degree north latitude or the both the side of the equator will be warmer than the poles. So again it will rises up, which will create a low pressure region. So that time the cold air from the poles, it will rushes to its place, which will generate a wind called polar wind. So the wind which is caused due to the movement of the cold air from the poles to the equator region is called as what? Polar wind. So wind blows from the cold polar region towards the 60 degree north and 60 degree south latitude is called polar wind. So here is the diagrammatical representation of the wind. So there are three type of wind which is generated due to the heating of air. Yes. So what are they? Trade wind, westerlies and easterlies. Easterlies is also called as polar wind. Okay. So first we have seen about trade wind. So equator will get equatorial. Here you can see this is the equator. There the equator will get direct rays of sunlight. Due to the heating of air, the air get rises up, which will move towards the 0 to 30 degree north latitude, north and south latitude, which will cause the trade wind. And the same, the air again it will get cooler and it will move towards the 30 degree north and 30 degree south latitude, and the wind that blows towards 60 degree north and 60 degree latitude is called as westerlies. And again the air from 60 degree latitude on both the sides of the equator will be warmer than the poles, so that the cold air from the poles will rushes towards the equatorial region, which is called as polar wind or easter lice. Now, I told that wind is generated due to the uneven heating of the air and water. Yes, now land heats up faster and also cool down faster than water. So you know this property. Yes, land will heat up faster than water, but it will cool down faster than water. Yes, it will heat up faster than water, at the same time it will cool down faster than water. So during summer in coastal India, the land that surround water in the ocean get heated much faster and the air above it rises up. The water in the ocean is still cool. Okay, so summer season the land will get heated so that the water which surrounds in the ocean gets heated and it will move faster and the air above it will rises up. The water in the ocean is still cool. Now the cool air above the ocean is at higher pressure and blow towards the land, carrying the water vapor with it, which is called the summer monsoon wind. So during summer season land will heat up faster, but the water will be remain cool, and the cool air due to the heat it will rise above the ocean with a high pressure and blow towards the land, carrying water vapor with it, which is called the summer monsoon wind. So this summer monsoon winds will cause rainfall in most part of the India. And next one is, in winter the land cools down. So winter, you know, it is a cold season, so land will cools down much faster than the water in the ocean, and the air above the water being hot, which will create a low pressure, and the cooler air above the land which is at high pressure will rushes towards the ocean. So now the cooler air from the land it will rushes towards the ocean. So in the summer monsoon wind, what is happening? From the ocean the cooler air will rushes towards the land along with the water vapor, which is called a summer monsoon wind. But here during winter season the land cools down much faster than the water, so that the cooler air above the land which is at high pressure it will rushes towards the ocean, which is called winter monsoon wind. So these winds do not bring much rain other than coastal areas like Tamil Nadu, because winter monsoon wind picks up moisture while blowing over the Bay of Bengal. So it will not create more rain in every other parts. Only it will create the rain in the coastal areas such as Tamil Nadu, because the moisture will be pick up by the ocean from the Bay of Bengal while blowing over the Bay of Bengal. So this is about the generation of wind. Okay, so due to uneven heating of land and water, there is a generation of wind. I hope that you all understand about the wind. So in the next video we can see about thunderstorm and cyclones. If you have any doubt you can ask. Thank you.